apparently I do just need to restrict probably comments on most of my videos, because anytime I don't restrict comments, I end up just getting the lowest of the low, bottom of the barrel slop like this. So I was making a video on YouTube, and I think it's probably also on TikTok, about, well, I don't know if I was the one who made it. I think I was, but because I have DID, so I'm not exactly sure if it was my head part or another head part. I think it was my head part. And so this person commented on YouTube on a video that was about finding the old gods and the Solomonic demons and the Canaanite gods and different things. And he says, I think you're getting too caught up in names attached to ideas. I think a true disciple of the left-hand path would be made disingenuous in following said path by default due to gaining assistance from anything outside the self. The best question then comes in my highest greatness found in me, or as a vessel of someone else, most likely someone with the greatest set of universal ethics. I chose New Testament Christianity because anyone can follow rules outwardly or not, but it is impossible a miracle to be made to live up to Christ's level of perfection when he said even to have the intention of sinning is a sin, which solidifies the proper common ground between people, or in the world of blade, degenerates are always trying to ice skate uphill, and such a level of common ground pacifies the degeneracy within societies formed from the ignorance of beastly carnal animalistic birth. Although I suppose it may be possible to have a person that will never sin from birth, but that would take an unrealistic level of social engineering, and even then we would still have to contend with the knowledge of being born in a corrupted nature, which in turn really highlights the solution to the issue with duality. How does a God who can't create in vain ever hope to not burn his candle at both ends by making a game that ends when you beat it, so all anyone has to do is never beat the game? So first off, I have no idea what the hell he's even trying to say to me, because that sounds like someone who is an idiot trying to be smart and just using a bunch of big words and not really saying anything at all other than, oh, I'm a Christian and I don't like your video, but I'm gonna use a bunch of filler words to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. And it's like, you're insulting me for being a magician who's been on the left-hand path, but has had spirits guide me down the left-hand path. First off, I've ascended the left-hand path. I'm not on the left-hand path anymore. I finished it. I have become my gods. The goal of the left-hand path is to become a god. I have become my gods. And also, like, calling me, like, the face of degeneracy or whatever, and talking about, like, birth, and that just sounds like ableism to me. Like, I'm an autistic wizard, I'm disabled, and you're talking about this stuff that kind of sounds like eugenics, and, like, trying to breed out sin, or what are you talking about? And it's like I know I was, like, half asleep when I filmed that. Okay, so I was the head part that filmed that. I was, like, half asleep, just waking up when I filmed that video, and I get that, but, like, you clearly didn't understand what it was about, like, at all, and they're like, oh, but Christianity is the true way, and I'm so much smarter because I chose that. I was a Christian. I was a Christian throughout my childhood. I was deconverted to atheism, and then raised anti-theist, some type of atheist, until around 19 to 20, when at 20 I stopped being an atheist. I became an omnist. I got into witchcraft and sorcery, and I've been doing witchcraft for the past 4 years ever since. And I did my wizard's initiation ceremony to go on the left-hand path on New Year's of 2023, and it took about another year. Now it's 2024, and I finished the path that I set out to do. And I had Archangel Samael guide me. I did not have the Solomonic demons and the Canaanite gods and other stuff that I mentioned in that video guide me down the left-hand path. I met them later. Well, I mean, I met some of them earlier, but no, I met those later. So, like, I don't understand what this person is trying to tell me, but I feel like they're just trying to, like, insult me in a haughtily, sassy way, and it's just weird. It's bizarre. Like, why do Christians keep commenting on my crap. I'm not going onto your Christian videos and trying to convert you to theistic Satanism, so stop trying to, like, go onto my wizard videos and talk about a god I don't believe in. The point of the video I was making is that prior to monotheism, the same god, El, Yahweh, Adonai, was Canaanite. These were Canaanite gods, and a lot of these demons were even in the same pantheon as what would later become the monotheistic God, which it's just a conglomerate of different things, like all the... I don't know. I don't think he understood what I was saying. And to be fair, I know it was a little hard to understand what I was saying because I was like half asleep when I filmed that video. But it's very disrespectful and disingenuous to go on to an autistic wizard's page and start talking about like sin and degeneracy in this weird roundabout way where you're very obviously just calling me a degenerate without calling me a degenerate, and saying how the left-hand path can't work because if you're following any spirits outside of yourself, and when that shows you don't understand anything about this stuff. And then saying that like the real way is Christianity. It's like, okay, I was a Christian, it didn't work for me, I'm not interested. And as I've already said in a different YouTube video of mine, the only Christ that I acknowledge as legitimate at all is the Gnostic the Gnostic hologram Christ mentioned by Simon Justin Sledge in regards to the ancient Gnostics mythology. And the only other interpretations I'm willing to entertain is Black Jesus, Zeus Jesus, and Dionysus Jesus. If it's not those theories and that stuff, I don't want it. I'm not interested. And I'm not a Christian. I am a theistic Satanist and sorcerer, wizard, or witch.